Hey everyone, this is LordDavon, and today I am bringing you a review of the CE3 XL, CV3 XL Phoenix Bottom Coil. It's got three names. There's a reason for that. GotVapes has made it famous with the Phoenix Bottom Coil, but it came out as the CE3 XL, and it's been around for a while, but this is like the fourth revision of it. And since CE3 is owned by, I believe, microcig, and CV3 is what Better Health Tech is going to be calling these because I think microcig complained. So we're going to be using the Phoenix Bottom Coil as our example, which we got from GotVapes, and this is the Phoenix Bottom Coil. It's a good vape. It's a cool vape, but you do get a lot of flavor and a lot of vapor. So let me show you what you get. Here is the Flux Phoenix, and inside here we have pretty packed, a rubbery drip tip, a syringe with 2 filling needles, they're blunt tip, and 5 Flux Phoenix. Now, for the sake of this, I have a whole pack here ready to just be torn apart. Put the drip tip there, put the filling needle there, and pull me out of Phoenix. Alright, so we're going to open this up Hulk style. And we get the Phoenix in the packaging, or out of the packaging. We're going to take this little white end plug, this little mouthpiece off because nobody's going to use it. And the first thing that I do, at least when I get these, is trim the wicks. So I'm going to take the seal off, and there's a seal at the end. We're going to pull that off. Then I'm going to take it and put it on a device, and I am going to rock the tube off. Now, you could do this with the seal on it, but if you do it with the seal on it, you do run the risk of the seal bending and moving the tube, so we're going to take the seal off just to have less risk. Now we're just going to rock it back and forth and pull, and it will come right off. No more tube. Alright, then we get this centerpiece with lots of primer on it, and the primer is PG or VG, and we're going to just rock that off as well. And what we're left with is a coil and wicks. So what I use to trim these wicks is nail clippers. Make sure they're clean first and not full of togium. And I'm just going to pull and spread that wick down a little bit. And I'm going to clip it even with the tube. Spread that down and clip. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because it does allow the Phoenix to wick better, especially with VG juice. Now, does it need this? Well, it gives it to me about a 10 to 20% increase in vapor and flavor, so I like it. It's unnecessary. A lot of people love these things out of the box. Now I'm going to take the center tube and pop that back on. And this is, of course, how you can clean it too. Take it apart, rinse it underwater. I don't recommend dry burning these. I don't think it's necessary. For most part, unless you get a lot of gook on your coil, there's no need to dry burn these. The wick is small, it's not going to absorb that much, and you should be good without it. Now we're going to take the tube, and we're going to push the tube right back on. It goes right back on. And then we're going to take our seal, and you're going to use the curved side and make sure that that is at the top. And we're going to place that back in the tube. Use something grabby, and we're going to push it all the way back onto the tube, nice and even. Shouldn't be too difficult for you to do. Now, for filling, we're going to remove it from the device. The reason being is you don't want any air resistance, because these are bottom coils that do have to be filled upside down. Now, it has a little fill hole. As you can see, I'll move it to the very top. There's a fill hole there. We're going to put our blunt tip needle in there, and we're going to fill it upside down and completely. Now, if you'd like, you can blow it out. Blowing into it does help prime it, so that's a good thing. Now, this is a VG juice that I'm putting in here now. We're going to place this on a device. Let's pop it on a nice looking device. And we're going to put it on the Buzz Pro 2. Review coming soon. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that just look nice? So now we need to find a drip tip to fit this that we want to use. And which one do I want to use? This one. Alright. And there it goes on the LordDavon Buzz Pro 2. And let's try it. Pretty good. Nice cool vape, great flavor. This is the type of experience that people were expecting, and it does live up to the hype. This is a very hyped cartomizer, and it lives up to it. Oh yeah, this is good. Another thing, you can beat the snot out of these things. They don't leak. At least they haven't for me. And just so you know, I've had these for weeks. I just didn't divulge that. I wanted to give these things a really heavy test. And I have. There was a really heavy test. And I'm not getting any leaking out of this thing. And I could beat the snot out of it. Now, as far as vaping them, I do like to vape these things around 3.7, anywhere between 3.3 to 3.7, depending on the juice. If I put PG in it, I can sometimes get it up to 4 volts. It all depends on the type of vape that you like. Some people can vape it to 4.2, 4.4, depending on the ohmage as well. Now the ones from GotVapes are either 2.4 to 2.6 or 2.6 to 2.8. You can get 2.8 to 3.0, I think, at Vapor Alley. They're selling theirs at as the CE3 XL. They are pretty darn close. Now, I haven't found any benefits to the higher ohm cartomizer. So the ones that are here are just fine. Honestly, I think the 2.4 to 2.6 have the edge no matter what device I put these things on. This is a variable voltage. This is a not so as great variable voltage, but it works. And this is a pure PG. This is a pure VG. Or as close as you can get. I would say it's 80-20 because the flavoring is PG based and the rest is VG. Again, these are really designed for low voltage devices. You don't need to have anything more than just an ego or a standard mod. or in this case, XL3. Where's my other one? I got an XL3 right here. Pull this off, and let's put it on the XL3, which is a variable voltage using pulse width modulation. We'll put it off and put it down to the low setting, which is around 3 to 3.2 volts. Then we can hit it up to the middle setting, which is, I believe, 3537. And put it on the higher one, which is 38 to 4, I think. Now, the battery on this is not even fully charged. It's probably at the weak point, so we're probably at the lower range of those battery ranges, but that is how these things vape, and they vape very well. Now, that being said, there is a 3 ohm version, or I'm sorry, a 3 ml version, a long day, which has a nice tube construction, fills, has the same center, same clipping. The tube is glued, you can walk it off. It does have a seal, it's just much larger, but it's the same effect, and it does about the same vapor. It is a tank system, 3 ml kind of tankish Phoenix, but it's very good as well. Now, which one do I prefer? Well, this seems to be really longish. I wish it were wider. And it's just too long, but I do like the fact that we have a round tip. Which is very nice, but it does come off with the assembly. Sometimes it doesn't get in there and make a perfect seal, but it is a good alternative to having to fill it every 1.4 ml. So, that is the Phoenix. And does it live up to the hype? Yes, it does live up to the hype. Now, do I recommend it? Well, if you like a cooler vape, it's not a warmish vape, and if you try to warm it up, cat's going after the bird. If you do try to warm it up, you do run the risk of kind of burning the flavor. So it can get warmer at higher voltages and such, but it doesn't retain the same great flavor that it has. It is a cooler vape. So if you like the cooler vape, I would say it is probably for you. This is a good device, and one that I don't mind that I actually have purchased, you know, box after box after box, and there's one in the trash, and yeah, I've got lots of them. They're good. To me, I like them. I think you will like them too, and I recommend you try them. GotVapes has them. That's the Phoenix Bottom Coil. Another subscriber. And Vapor Alley, I think, has them as the CE3 XL. The ones that are the Phoenix, I don't know if there's a difference. There does seem to be a slight advantage, plus I like their mouthpiece better. For some reason, I am liking them. It could be because the ohmages are more spot on. The ones that I've received at other places, and not just at Vapor Alley, but at other places, have had ohms that were kind of all over the board. At least the ones that I've received and have tested, and I've gone through 8 so far of the released version, they have all been spot on. So, that being said, this is LordDavon. Let them know I sent you.